Hello everyone, another video, part 2 of the Megadrive walkthrough. So these are games that I've had for a number of years and never put them onto a video before. I'll be moving on to the Saturn after this. Tons and tons of Saturn games to go through, tons and tons of PC Engine games to go through. So plenty more videos on the way, I would say. So then, first batch of Mega Drive games I'm going to show you are all games that, Japanese games that I think probably most Mega Drive collectors will have in one form or another, but they're all classics, absolute classics, and you associate them with the Mega Drive. So there we go. First game is SpiderMan. Played this one originally on the PAL Mega Drive. Always wanted to pick up the Japanese copy, and yeah, really nice. I like the artwork on this one. I think the PAL version had the same artwork, but this doesn't have the PAL bordering on it, and I think the back's different as well. But complete boxed edition, lovely full colour manual, as you expect on these kind of things, and a really solid beat 'em up. Gets really tough towards the end, but I really quite like this game. Doesn't need any introduction, this one. As you can see, Golden Axe. I think my first experience with this was actually playing the arcade game, to be honest, but always wanted the Japanese Mega Drive version. Slightly goofy cover art on there. Solid, just a great, a great beat 'em up, to be honest. And it's emulated and copied so many times over the years. And yeah, lovely full colour manual on this one. I mean, it doesn't need any introduction, this. Does it really? Oh yeah, there's a advertisement there for Tatsujin. Cool. So again, one I didn't have, Japanese copy. Had a PAL copy for years, and welcome addition to the collection. Next two games I'm going to show you, I have got the original on Japanese release as well, and yeah, Sonic 2 and 3 there. I mean, what can be said about these games? Iconic, to be honest. I'm a big fan of the original, but 2 and 3 are both fantastic, and I love the artwork on the Japanese version as well. Kind of similar art style, but just yeah, just great. Just really distinctive, iconic. Just kind of stands out really, and yeah, both complete versions. Oh yeah, I seem to remember this. Let's have a look. There we go. This one's got all the bump in it. It's got even got a poster in it. So it was really good nick, and didn't break the bank either. I'm not sure how much this sells for nowadays, but I picked it up really reasonably. So yeah, welcome addition to the collection, that one. Next one, there we go, Super Thunderblade again. All Mega Drive owners should have this one, it has to be said. Quite a cool little helicopter game there. I seem to remember the 3D bits. Is there like a overhead bit as well? Different from the arcade game, I seem to remember, just because you had to deal with the limitations of the Mega Drive. The arcade game did lots of. I seem to think it did loads of zoom effects, if I remember correctly, which the Mega Drive couldn't really handle. So again, one of those arcade ports that kind of made it its own. Next game I'm going to show you is Afterburner II. Again, another one of the early Mega Drive releases. Really like the artwork on the Japanese version. Loved Afterburner, I really did. And Afterburner II was always kind of like a bit of a remix version of the original game. Yeah, iconic. Again, I mean that word gets bandied around too often, but pretty nice condition on this one. Yeah, that was the artwork. There we go. That was the artwork I remember. I had the Amstrad CPC version of this, and the box art was this basically. So it's a really nice manual. Is this one actually? Looking at it, I mean, the game flies along at a right old pace, and yeah, I used to be able to complete this, but absolutely, I like the soundtrack as well. In fact, it's just fantastic. Yeah, I really like it. I'm looking forward to giving this one a blast again, to be honest. Again, had this one on the PAL Megadrive, never had the Japanese version. Okay, now we're going off-piste a little bit. Platform game called Marvel Land. Quite cool, reminds me a bit of Wonder Boy. But a solid little platformer, this one. Yeah, really good. Nice artwork as well. It's kind of slipped on the radar, this one. People think of definitely think of Sonic when they think of the Mega Drive, but there were so many other great platformers on the system, and this is a good one. Again, shouldn't be too expensive if you want to pick this up. Where do we start with this one? There we go. Japanese version of Speedball II. Not a bad port. This actually, it's pretty good. Don't think it plays as fast as the Amiga version. I seem to think, but it still plays a pretty good game of Speedball. To be honest, the more interesting thing for me in this game was the artwork. Feels very Battle Angel Alita. Or Ashen Victor. Again, the manual looks, let's have a look, seems to be pretty Western when you dig down into it, but the artwork is just fantastic, and excuse me, well worth picking up for in that respect on its own. So it's beautiful as that. Next game is Winter Olympics. Pick this one up just because I was going to. I was just going to use it for the case, to be honest. But when I actually picked this up and gave it a bit of a play and looked at the artwork on it, I actually quite like this game. There we go. There's the old Sega seal on there. Sorry. Came with all the bump as well. So yeah, pleasant surprise, that one. And now time for another kind of like another game that's synonymous with the Mega Drive. Even though this came out on the Master System as well, Game Ground on the Mega Drive was actually far superior. Quite a cool little game. Bit puzzly actually, this one. Kind of like an action-based puzzle game, I would say. But yeah, really cool little game. Again, this copy didn't cost me a fortune, and I'd say it's good condition rather than great condition. To be honest, it's a bit tatty, but oh, look at that. But as I say, wasn't very expensive, so I added it. Okay, next game I'm going to show you is another 1985 Alternativo game, or whatever it's called, by a Spanish independent company. So this is called U-All Quest for Money. looks like a cool little. Oh, let's have a look. Looks like a little platform game or something, a one screener or something like that. Not giving this one a go, but again with these games, production quality is quite good actually. They've released quite a few games now, and I've picked up a few of them. They were working on shoot 'em up at one point, but I've not seen anything else of that. So I guess the next one's a bit of a heavy hitter, and I picked this one up at a price that didn't break the bank. Hasn't got an instruction booklet, but there we go. Alien Soldier by Treasure. What can be said about this game? I actually think this might be my favourite Treasure game. Just pushes Megadrive to new limits. You know what I mean? I honestly think that this is kind of something to rival something Super Nintendo could do in terms of some of the graphical effects that it uses. It's a run and gunner, but it's basically it's a boss fight. It's a running boss fight all the way through. Interesting control system as well, and it's just a great game, and it's stupid money to buy this now. It really is. But as I say, I picked up a copy. There we go, without an instruction booklet, and it didn't break the bank. So yeah, really pleased to have that one. Next game, Japanese copy of, let's have a look, it's Toki. Game I played quite a lot in the arcade in my youth. Absolutely love the game. I played it quite a bit on the Amiga as well, actually, to be fair, but always wanted the Mega Drive version. And it's it's a solid little platformer. I guess it's a bit of a run and gunner actually as well, to be fair, but you play kind of like a super deformed monkey as you travel through kind of various levels, and it's just a bit different. So it is. Again, pick this up for a good price. Can be a bit daft, some of the prices you pay for it, but yeah, I actually quite like the PAL artwork on this one, but as you can see, the Japanese one's pretty cool too. Next game is another Treasure game that needs no introduction, GunStar Heroes, and again played this in various incarnations. I think the first version I ever played, apart from the Mega Drive version, was the PS2 Treasure Box version, Japanese import, which I've still got somewhere, but I picked this up on the 360 and played it a lot as well, but never had the original game. And again, this on its own kind of like can be a bit pricey, to be fair. But I picked this up for a good price. It's a pretty good copy. And what more to be said about this one? It's got an amazing pace to it. I don't think it deserves the rave reviews that it gets, but it's bloody good. It's a bloody good run and gunner. Some people disagree, but it does deserve the hype, I guess. But I think it's really good. And the last game I'm going to show you is another Japanese Mega Drive game, and it's Run-Arc, otherwise known as Growl, when it was released in the arcades in the UK. I think it was that in the US as well. But yeah, cool kind of like Eco Warrior type beat 'em up. Always thought it was going to be out of the price range to actually buy this one, but again, picked it up on a good deal. Not a bad copy. The Manual looks a bit unusual, but a bit tatty, I'd say. Well, no, a bit tatty, just a bit bent, that's all. But yeah, you know, it's a solid beat 'em up. I like, a bit like Golden Axe, but in a jungle environment, really. But no, cool little game. So that's it for Mega Drive games. Quite a pile there, quite a few kind of classics. Never thought I'd get a copy of Alien Soldier in the collection. But I love the Mega Drive. It's a great console, and I will be picking more up. So I will see you in the next video, which will be Saturn games. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.